In this video, I unboxed the new 2025 WAND Tricorder, the third of the original series landing party pieces to come out from WAND. Yeah, we're going to see just what that's like. First of the pieces from WAND that came out was this prop phaser replica. Came in a case which had components for the assembly of a Star Trek original series prop phaser. This base is magnetic with the pistol grip being designed to anchor to it. This kit also came with a screwdriver because you would actually have to screw the pistol grip into place in order to put together the Type 2 phaser. That was a nice little touch. Underneath the mount was a recharging unit. The recharging unit would only be plugged into the back of the Type 1 phaser, which had a button underneath for play mode. There has been the occasional little problem. The base does seem to have to get some sort of charge in order to bypass this and have it come out of there. Once it does, it's usually quite fine. The other cool little thing about this was the power crystal would light up. Control mode is where you could actually use this as a remote control unit for your television. Very wonky system, really. Because it was done by holding the trigger down and then doing hand motions to get it to do this or that. The very, very coolest feature in here was the fact if you pressed the trigger down 3 times quickly, it would cycle through every single off code there was for televisions. I haven't done it yet, but I've been very tempted to go into a sports bar during the finals on a game. Just wipe out every television. If you turn the volume off and then just take it as the Type 2, Type 1 phaser, you can do the same thing without anybody noticing it. That's a Star Trek phaser. Displays quite nicely. The second item from WAND that came out was the Star Trek Communicator release, a Bluetooth device. Came in this cool little landing party package with sections for the base, the stand, and the communicator prop itself, a rechargeable item. The stand is the recharger. And like all WAND things, there's a magnetic element to it. The communicator is not only a Bluetooth speaker, but in play mode.
Captain Kirk, message from Starfleet Command, top priority.
Enterprise, Spock here. Yes, Captain. McCoy here. Scotty here, Captain.
Not only is it a Bluetooth communicator, but as you saw, it also had play mode, which allowed you to pretend you were communicating with members of the Starship Enterprise. You can pair it up to your smartphone, and then when the calls come in, they actually get directed to here. It's a Bluetooth communicator, so just like having your earbuds or whatever. And it is kind of cool because my cell phone ringtone is the incoming beep noise from the original series, so this repeats whatever your ringtone is. So that's also very cool. I tend to use this more because my main editing computer does not have a speaker in it. I use headphones when I'm editing, so I tend to use this as an external Bluetooth speaker for my computer. The only issue I've had with it is if you don't regularly charge it, it seems that the base becomes inactive at some point. I contacted WAND when it happened to the first base I had, and they just sent a replacement to me, so they're very cool in that regard. The communicator also displays quite nicely.
And now, our feature presentation.
Now, about 10 years ago, Diamond Select came out with this toy replica. The beautiful thing about the WAND devices is they have weight to them. They're made of metal. They actually feel like what you would expect an actual phaser or communicator to feel like. This is clearly and obviously plastic, but again, as a prop, it's fine. It has the little data bank thing in the bottom. The one thing I believe that the Diamond Select has that the WAND unit does not is the handheld scanner. Battery can go in this. It goes in that component, and batteries go in this, and then it has a narrow range of what it can do. But it feels like a plastic prop. Now, one of the complications with this is WAND is apparently a British company, and in order to try and avoid the hassles of the Taco King's tariffs, they're shipping everything out of Amazon UK. They're releasing them in batches. I've been on the wait list for like 4.5, 5 years now. 3 months ago, I was sent an email saying a batch is available. You're on that list. You can apply for it. I tried. I didn't get in fast enough. WAND, awesome system. They had it so that I could indicate that I didn't get in, but I still want. So I got put to the top of the queue for the next one. That didn't work. And then finally, at the beginning of July, third round of these came out. I got on the list. I managed to secure it, and then it got shipped to me. It was supposed to arrive mid-July, around the 15th. It got here 4th of July. So that was like basically a 4-day shipping from England. They sent it by UPS. My experiences with UPS are not stellar. They're not necessarily horrible, but if you're talking about expediting something, you know, don't hold your breath. The driver apparently made an attempt to deliver, left a tag, which I suspect they just have the tags done up and they don't even bother when it's a residence, particularly if it's an apartment, because they're in a hurry, they're on quotas. But that's fine, because then it got routed to the nearest UPS store, which was not far, and I was able to go and get it. So this is the box it comes in, presuming that these the components inside are about the same size. Clearly some extra stuff here. From what I've seen on the reviews, this is not in the same type of heavy-duty Starfleet issue case that the others have been. Again, I don't have an issue with. I mean, they're cool and everything, but at the end of the day, you gotta store them, right? So. Well, very, very nice. Yes, indeed. Very, very nice. Mm-hmm. So we've already lost like 2 inches. Oh. Well. All right, WAND. I can see right now there is one issue with your packaging. So should probably have remove me first on these, since any attempt to grab the case is just going to have it the lid slide off. All right, so now we're down to the secondary, the box inside the box inside the box. Well, the third box was for shipping, so you want that extra layer of protection. This slick case, man, I'm telling you. Standard issue, USS Enterprise, NCC 1701. Okay, it came out easier when I was trying to remove it from the box. There we go. Let me put that aside for a sec. Look at this. The instruction booklet. Ow. Yeah. The instruction booklets on the other two were also pretty similar to this. I've found the instructions from WAND are very good, easy to follow. So I'll be looking forward to that. Like right off the bat here: factory reset section, care instructions, strap caution, display stand. Supposedly one of the things that they have incorporated into this is all of the logs from the original series. Oh man, that is a really nice leather strap. Yeah. And the outside case too. Also very, very nice. Ooh. Soft elastic side to it. So look at that. Folds flat. Very nice touch. Let's just do a comparison between the Diamond Select version. So the Diamond Select version is a little taller, a little more angled, although I understand that this is closer to the actual Hero prop that they were able to get their hands on. This maybe quarter pound. This has some weight. There's some heft to it. Screw in the back. Presumably at some point, if you need to get at what's inside of it, that's there. There is a pull tab. So it kind of almost seems like this thing's ready to go. Protective plastic over the screen display. That is nice. That is very accurate and very consistent with the other WAND stuff as far as the buttons and the metal. Ooh. That even makes a nice sound. So, these are the disc holders for the memory discs, and whichever one is in here triggers a sensor that controls what data you're able to get. But I understand that you don't actually need the disc in it for that to work. It's just a functionality part. So there's the sensor tray. This box was in the sensor tray. So what do we got here? Oh, okay. So that's the recharging cable. And some of the little grips for pulling the discs out. And that's it. That's what's in there. Because I presume that when the discs are inside the various slots, there is a difficulty. Now, so the cool thing about having the Diamond Select version is I do have this additional prop, which I can put in there. And now I have augmented my wand with a wand. That is sweet. Okay, elsewhere in the box, we take out the foam protective padding, and we have the magnetic stand. So I think that's a great touch. I love the fact that all three of the wand items come on a base that provides some stability, once you get that seated properly, quite a bit of support. Yes, see, there actually is a dugout groove, so that you can. There is a center to this. This is very, very, very nice, very thoughtful touch. Then again, we have the computer discs, and that's it for what's in the box. So, pull the tab. Don't know what this means yet. I haven't read the instructions, so middle button is causing the lights to go on. And that's where we are. So I'm gonna have to adjust the date because it says it's Monday 2000-0101. Tricorder USS Enterprise NCC 1701 standard issue, and it is now 49 seconds into the 20th century. Scanning. There's no intelligent life here, Captain. The only thing I don't like about it is that the hood doesn't have any sort of lock, even a restrictive. It just turns, like you push the button and it starts pivoting. All right, so the button on the far right is just a push. Oh, and it allows you to scroll through things. You've only got two settings here on that far button. There's the startup clock and then the status. Over here we have the disk override. I believe this is all of the memory is actually in the unit, so you don't need the disk, so this is a way of getting around that. Okay, nice. Audio. Hello. Oh, now see, so there, that's pretty cool. It is a sensor. Radiation. Very nice. Well, I'll have to read the instructions in order to really get a sense of. So you have to go to that screen before you can go to this screen. Okay. And the actual shots from the show on displays that came up on the. Got to figure out how to go back. That's, well, the red light apparently. Newsreel. Edith Keeler 2. No. There's Edith Keeler 2. Yeah, see, so the red light, this is not bad. This actually gives you rather intuitive. Follow the lead, as it were. Green to go, red to go back. Harry Mudd. Oh, nice. Nice. These are all displays that had been used. Compass calibration. Uncalibrated. Well, I'll have to read the instructions for that. Temperature 24.1 Celsius, relative humidity 68%, barometric pressure 941. That's very cool. So you can look at each one of the planets. And I remember green button go, red button back. Nice. Little data information on each one of these planets in our system. Oh, not just the moon, we got Titan and Callisto as well. Ganymede. Io. Uranus. Neptune. Pluto. Why is Pluto red? The triangle or chevron underneath the select thing lights up every time the direction that you push the cursor actually pulses as you move the cursor. That's very, very cool. And then the logs. So you can actually go through all of the captain's logs for the series.
Captain's log, stardate 1513.1. Our position, orbiting planet M113. On board the Enterprise, Mr. Spock, temporarily in command. ancient and long-dead civilization.
This is so cool.
Captain's log, stardate 4202.1. Exceptionally heavy subspace interference still prevents our contacting Starfleet to inform them of the destroyed solar systems we have encountered. We are now entering System L374. Science Officer Masada reports the fourth planet seems to be breaking up. We are going to investigate.
Ship's log, stardate 3219.8. Lieutenant Commander Scott recording in the absence of Captain Kirk. A shuttlecraft, bearing the captain, the first officer, Chief Surgeon McCoy, and Assistant Federation Commissioner Hedford is now definitely overdue for a rendezvous with the Enterprise. We are attempting to backtrack it.
Dun dun dun. Very wicked cool, man. A little tricky to navigate to the next block. You gotta go all the way down to the bottom square and then over. That takes you Season 2, Episodes 6 to 10. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Personal. Oh, apparently I can record this. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I like. Settings, lamp brightness, sound, screen brightness, moire override, moire rotation is locked or automatic. So it's picking the day of the week according to the year and date that I picked. That makes sense. Why would you make it so I'm in date? Didn't already know that. Set. So there we go. I've now set the time. So there, set the time. I've given it the name of my character from Space Oddity. Ooh. Little stuff about the ship. That's kind of cool. Dilithium crystals. Li2 for dilithium. Nice. Shields, hull, everything's normal. I like it. I really do. I really like it. This is a very cool toy. It's going to be... ooh, you can feel them snap in too. That's a little spring action there. It's very nice. Oh. They do have what they are written on it too, so I think the thing I like the most about this is just how, just plain intuitive it is. You start hitting buttons and it's easy to figure out. I'm sure there are tons of little nuances that I'm going to be able to pull off with a little more time. And I like the fact that each one of the discs actually has printing on it, so if you put it in the right way, you can tell what the disc is, which I'm sure they didn't have in the original series, but as far as an actual prop with a pseudo sense of reality to it, it is very, very cool. Except for the lava rock that you phaser to create light effects, this is the least actually useful WAND Star Trek TOS related prop that they've come up with. But as a functioning toy, it is the most awesome of the three. I mean, yes, I get a lot of use out of my WAND Bluetooth communicator. I get the occasional little fun thing phasering the cat in play mode and turning off the TV from time to time. The other things were just too ridiculously hard to program. But this one actually is the sort of thing where you could just sit down on a rainy afternoon and just go through logs and just pretend, just be there in your head. It's an imagination tool more than a useful toy, and one day maybe I'll figure out how to use the electromagnetic detector, who knows, but I still think it's a very, very cool thing. It's just head and shoulders above the Diamond Select toy. Yeah, that's the difference. The Diamond Select thing was a toy. This is a prop. That's the whole point of it. I mean, if you're going to do cosplay, the closer you can get to the actual visceral feeling of it, the more enjoyable it is for you and everything. And there is an expansion port in it, apparently. That's what the screw thing on the back is for, a USB or SD card input or something that's in there. And I hope that there comes a point where we can actually watch episodes of the original series on it. That would just be ridiculously nerdily awesome. So yeah, I'm really glad I got it. Make a decision yourself as to whether you want to get on the list and buy it. Apparently the WAND Bluetooth communicators are still available from collectors and stuff. The WAND phasers, forget it, they're gone. So as far as collector items go, it's high end, it's niche, it's a little pricey, and if you got the money, yeah, it's worth it. Okay, that's it. That's my review of the WAND Tricorder from 2025. Captain's log, stardate 2507.19. 0.19 seems an odd thing. I don't recall there ever being a 0.19. It usually just 0.1, 0.2, etc. These logs are a pointless waste of my time, and yet here we are. Okay, I'm done.